Minnesota Fighting Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer fed the media jackals on Friday, the day after nearly blowing a 29-point lead, but a win is a win in this league, and here's what he had to say. On the game that was, Chris Thomas and Pioneer Press, go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer, after watching the tape, there's a lot of good things in the first half. Natch. We played really well on both sides of the ball. The second half was really disappointing. We had a lot of guys with poor technique errors, end quote. So whose fault is it on the technique errors? Is it the teacher? Is it the coach? Is it the whatever? But he's right. That first half, 29-0. They came out firing, and they played like a team that just got embarrassed against the Detroit Lions. They had something to prove on national television. That defense was hot. They were getting after Big Ben's ass. Zimmer was actually blitzing, not only on third down, but on first and second down as well. And if they just kept that pressure on in the second half, we ain't talking about a potentially historically blown lead. And they were imposing their will on offense. Kirk Cousins was kind of shaky in the first half, but they were getting a ball to Jefferson. They were just dominating on the ground with Dalvin, a $153 franchise record. So I don't know what happened. We know what happened. Zimmer coached the first half to win. He coached the second half not to lose, and look what happens. But they need to keep that aggressive mindset in all phases, in that, like that first half, the rest of the way. Every single half, every single quarter, every single game, every single playoff game, every single Super Bowl. On the horrible cornerbacks, Andrew Kramer, Star Tribune, go. Bashar Breeland wasn't sick going into that game. Well, his play made all of us sick. Mike Zimmer said, but he was vomiting on the sideline when replaced by Boyd, and then Dantzler reiterated disappointed in how corners played in the second half. And yeah, Breeland, even though he had that pick, played extremely poorly down the stretch. Dantzler was also picked on, and then Chris Boyd, his taunting penalty kicked things off, and then the Deontay Johnson coverage, it was just a mess. It was absolutely a mess all the way around, and it's embarrassing because the Vikings had that feel-good, big-time lead. Zimmer's defense actually looks pretty good when everyone's healthy. But then his corners, his babies, he is a cornerback guru by trade. They get exposed yet again. It's just frustrating, man. So there's a lot of things to work on. Guys like Patrick Peterson and Harrison Smith do need to step up and just be like, hey, we have a chance here, but we got to get our stuff together. On all the close games, Chris Thomas and go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on all the close games and blowing leads. It's not the funnest, I can tell you that. We got to be more disciplined, says the Vikings have to fix it. And yeah, they do have to fix it because this issue is not going to fly in these high leverage spots. It's not going to fly in the playoffs if and when they do get there. And Zimmer needs to take a look in the mirror because he saw what worked. Going to your bread and butter, going down swinging, dance with the one that brought you. Hey, that worked in the first half. But then all of a sudden you turtled up. And do not be afraid to win. Stop playing not to lose, and then maybe you won't lose. Who knows? Maybe the Steelers don't reel off 20 straight points, something like that. Maybe they don't put up 28 in the second half. Maybe you aren't outscored 28-7 in the second half. So yeah, play aggressive, keep your foot on the gas, and guess what? A lot of those wins early in the season, a lot of those losses earlier in the season could have turned in the wins, and then you wouldn't be in this spot where you need to win out essentially. On the Warrior, Dalvin Cook, Chris Thomas and Pioneer Press. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on Dalvin Cook. He's just a really good player, great team player. I love him. And we sang Dalvin's praises last night. It was just astounding. A $153 team record in the first half, 205 and 2 touchdowns on the ground with that banged up shoulder. Big 17-yard catch for a third down conversion. And Dalvin, he set the tone. Because the season was on the line. Dalvin's like, hey, my arm was literally torn out of its socket, nearly off my body, but I am bringing it. Hey, get on my back, get on my shoulders, and guess what? We're going to go. We're going to go, baby. Because if Dalvin didn't have the first half that he had, the Vikings lose. Straight up. Absolutely. And on the final play, Andrew Kramer. Safety Harrison Smith made the game-sealing pass breakup last night and impressed before the snap throughout versus Ben Roethlisberger. Zimmer, he really did a good job disguising last night. Ben does a lot of things at the line of scrimmage, checking, run, or pass. And Harrison Smith, that was vintage Harrison Smith, where Harrison got that big extension. He still is an elite safety, but he's not Harrison Smith like he used to be. He was Harrison Smith like he used to be last night, though. He was flying around the field, making plays, down in the box, setting the edge, sacking Ben Roethlisberger, just pass breakups, and that game-sealing catch. Because Freiermuth had that ball. He had that right here, and that was going to be the potential tying score and with the 2-point conversion. But Harrison was like, nope, that's mine. That's mine. Vintage performance from 22, and you love to see it. And you're going to have to see more of these because Zimmer talked about, hey, we're going back to fundamentals and technique because you do have this mini bye week. They're going to get a couple days off, resting up, minor injuries. Dalvin gets another week healthier. The Monday night at Chicago. A lot of narratives can be put to bed, even though they were put to bed last year. Beat the Bears. Win in prime time, win on Monday Night Football, get to 7-7, and guess what? Great things can happen because the Vikings still control their own destiny. Win out, and you're assured a spot. If you drop one, you may need some help. So don't let it get to the judges. Don't let it get to the cards. Win by knockout, win by submission, and get things going, baby. About your thoughts and our thoughts, Zimmer's Friday presser after the Thursday near debacle. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. Nailed it. But until next time, Skull, production value.